So hey guys, this is a completely unscripted video. That's why I've got these things on the thing. Also, I'm drawing with my mouse because my tablet cord isn't working. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about Warrior Cats Ultimate Edition because I don't know, I've just been thinking about it lately, and it's really annoying me actually because like I don't play the game much, so I don't know if it's as bad in the game. Like I play it for like gets an interesting looking update for like a few minutes. Um, because I just don't really like enjoy having to follow along with the roleplay in the game with like one set of people and then it'll be different people next time. But that's besides the point. That's not like a complaint I have. Um, the Discord is completely toxic. That's why I've got these things written down here to talk about and stuff. Because I don't think it's like it says official and apparently it's like I've got permission from I don't know, whoever owns Warriors, I forgot. It was like HarperCollins. Yeah. Um, and I don't think that they should have. Well, I don't think that they should have permission per se, because I think it's good that there's like a fan project that's allowed to is like have a good high quality game. But I don't think I think that they're misusing this power, right? This is stuff that if they were just a small fan project wouldn't be so egregious because like, you can do whatever you want in your like special little Discord server for you and people like you. But in this case, it's like they're the big Warriors game on Roblox. They've got all these people in this, like their server is massive, and they are not professional at all. Like, uh, first thing, React, right? This is like one of the small things, but when they post like updates and stuff or announcements, you can't react with anything except what they want you to react with, right? You can't give your opinion on it with a React. Um, which sucks because I mean you could give an opinion on it in the chat, right? But when you do that, you're kind of first of all it could get overrun by other people, and second of all, depending on how you word it, sometimes the moderators will just like get mad at you. But it also you might type it days after, and then it doesn't really feel like a thing you should be talking about, but you should still be able to react to it in a certain way, right? So I don't think it's right that you can't put a thumbs down or a sad face or anything on their reacts. You can only react with like the few emojis they give you. Because even though it's a very minor issue, I still think it's like controlling what opinions you're allowed to have in the server. Um, and the second thing, and I'm sure this will make a lot of people angry, like right off the bat, and just uh not watch the video anymore, but the pride stuff, right? I mean, this is like what made me want to have bad reacts in the first place because what do half of these flags even mean? Like, I don't think that I like there was one that looked like I mean, this is just from my memory because I'm not looking at it right now. Um, it looked like this. I just thought, what does this even mean? This looks like Radley from Bluey. Like this is a 13 plus game and you're adding in every way to say who you want to have sex with. Like okay, they'll say okay, no, it's not just that. It's like who fully like romance and stuff is like you have asexual flags though. So if they don't have asexual and they put that, then yes, they are saying who they want to have sex with. Um that's all I like, that's all I'm saying. It's like a really, Roblox is already infamous enough for the fact that like, all the predators on there and they won't do anything about it. Having a way for kids to say who they are interested in is just going to make it worse. Like, you are just making it worse. There's no need to talk about this. Like, no, you shouldn't be. If you can't change it, why should you be proud of it? There's no need to talk about this in this cat roleplay game. And also, like, when I'm just gonna say, like, this is a personal thing, not a moral thing, but trans cats is ridiculous. Like, how on earth would they pass? That's like the stupidest thing ever. They don't have like Warrior Cats isn't magic. You can't just say it's a fantasy series, so therefore anything goes. The cats still are cats that don't have The cats, they can literally tell by smelling. Like, Jay Feather can tell what, like, who he's talking to by how they smell. Like, it's stupid. But, the feathers, they had this big drama, about the feathers in the game, because you could wear feathers on your cats that look like, this. And that was just, it's like, well, because apparently it's like a Native American thing, right? But it's like, you didn't invent the idea of wearing feathers. It's a natural item worn in a normal, like they wear them here, right? That's where all the other accessories go on the, like, people also put leaves and flowers there. It's not meant to be a reference to Native Americans, right? And if it's not meant to be, then it isn't. Because the intention does matter. Like, cultural appropriation, if you don't even know about that culture, isn't culture isn't appropriation. Imagine if, like, someone who's never seen a black person in their life, right, painted their face dark because they were trying to resemble something else, and then you say, "Oh, that's blackface," but they never see, like, they don't even know that's what they're referencing, and that was the case with these people wearing the feathers. They weren't trying to make their cats look Native American, and I don't see what the problem would be, anyways, because, like, you're allowed to make your characters whatever you want. Um, but but that's not even what they were going for. It was a completely different thing. You don't own a concept. Like, nobody owns a concept. Um, well, I guess companies that patent stuff do, but, like, yeah, uh, you shouldn't be able to own a concept. Now we're getting to some other stuff, right? If you want to be a moderator, you have to be at least 16, not at least 18, at least 16. I know it's like a 2 year gap, but it's like, if you're trying to be an official server, you shouldn't do this, right? 16-year-old moderators is, like, just such a bad idea, because you're expecting these underaged people, right, to take charge if someone, like, starts posting porn or something in the server. And so it's it's not a good idea, and I don't think it happens in the server very often, even though it's a very big server. But it's like, it's not really a good idea. Like, you're meant to be professional. Like, an actual business wouldn't hire a 16-year-old as security. Now also, this content which depicts or encourages pet breeding is forbidden. You may not post newborn pets and may not show pregnant pets. This is just like your opinion. Like, yeah, no, I get that, like, pet breeding is a problem and there are a lot of unwanted animals, but not allowing people to post newborn pets, like, what if their animal, um, like, what if they got given an animal by their, like, family member that um, wasn't yet desexed, and they came into season really early, because, like, some animals can get pregnant way before they should, like people. And then you're gonna say they can't post pictures of the babies? And also, why can't they, like, you're not going to say, "Oh, I'm gonna start a puppy mill because someone posted their cute puppy online." Like, no. It's a lot of, like, work and responsibility. It's not something like, I mean, obviously there are people who just do it on a whim, but it's such a stupid thing to, like, ban. Like, what if they are an actual responsible breeder who's trying to, like, breed good genetics into animals or something? Um, is that not allowed? Like, there are people who try and breed diseases out of rats because, rats have a lot of health complications that they're susceptible to. Are those people bad people? Like, they're not allowed to post that? I get this would is more about cats and dogs, but still, I just think it's just another thing where it's not really warranted. Like, it's just kind of blocking out people. Because, there are there are people who might have a valid reason for breeding their pets, or they might have a newborn animal for some reason that isn't their fault, or a pregnant petty. Like, what, you know? Post and this one I thought was really bizarre, considering how they don't like anything that makes people uncomfortable. Posts with healed scars need not be spoiled unless these scars relate to self-harm, as this can be triggered to use. So, okay, so posts with healed scars don't need to be spoiled. That's fair. A lot of cats and warriors have scars. Unless these scars relate to self-harm. So they didn't say don't post images with self-harm, they said don't post images with self-harm without spoilering them. I don't like. I'm pretty sure they're not talking about like people posting selfies of themselves cutting or anything like that. But I don't think it's appropriate in a 13 plus environment to be posting anything related to self-harm. Like I don't care if it's drawing of it or something. It's not appropriate, and I don't think it should be allowed even if you spoiler it, because this is a server that allows children. And like no wonder there's such a problem if this is the rules in such a giant place, you know? And then this one is another minor one. I just thought it was cringe. They had this little thing of like forget, oh, resources for people, right? And they had this and it is just like tone tags, just explanations for them. Um and I'm just gonna say it right, only developmentally disabled children actually use these. Or ones that want to be developmentally disabled because they need attention. Like, dude, who actually cares? If you don't understand, just ask someone to repeat themselves. If you're like, if you like become suicidal because someone sent you a joke on the internet and you didn't understand it was a joke, you've got issues. Like, I don't like. I just hate tone tags, and whenever I complain about them, people say, "Well, you're being ableist," and it's like I'm autistic, and I think they're stupid. I've had disagreements with people because I've misunderstood what they said, but that like we talked it out. We got over the disagreement, because you know, you if you misunderstand someone on the internet or if you're not sure what they mean, you can just ask instead of using these stupid little retarded slang things that make it look like you had a spasm, like a seizure on your keyboard at last minute. Is all I'm saying. It looks like there's something like what's the word? I know it looks like you're up to something evil, like you're using secret code to explain like your future terrorism plans and stuff. Like just don't just uh, grow up and speak normally. Um, but yeah, those are some of the things I wanted to complain about. I mean, in just like the long and short of it is, I don't think that a group which is like officially endorsed and stuff should be acting this way, like forcing their opinions on other people, um, having stuff which I just don't think is appropriate for a kids game. And I know a lot of people argue about that, but it's not. Like I don't think that pride flags are appropriate for a children's game. Um, it's a terrible idea, especially in a multiplayer one where there are adults, especially in a multiplayer one on Roblox where there are a lot of bad adults. But if you say that in the server, you'll get banned. And that's the last thing I wanted to bring up. Things that aren't written in the rules, you can be banned for. It's a down to the moderators kind of thing, which I don't think is appropriate for a giant official server. Obviously, obviously there are cases where you'll forget to put something in the rules. I get that. I just don't think that, you know, you should let a bunch of 16-year-olds, or even 15 in some cases, um, be, think, I don't like that. And since I'm a moderator, I'm allowed to just ban that person for that because it's down to the moderator's discretion, you know? That's not a good idea. That's not a good way to run a server. Um, yeah. Anyways, that's all. Thank you.